Happy Tuesday! Welcome back to Unicorn Dust Designs. For those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Sammy. I do DIYs, wood signs, and there's always tons of laughter on my channel. Today I am collabing with Kimo Craft. He is absolutely amazing. I will tell you more about him later in the video, but for now, let's go ahead and get into these dupes. All right, so for my first one, it's gonna be Kirkland's. I saw these and absolutely fell in love with them. $80 for the pair. Y'all, I actually saw these at Tuesday morning and I don't know why I didn't pick them up because they were only like 25 bucks. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna show you my version. So I'm gonna take these containers. I've had them forever. And I am going to take a stencil from Dollar Tree. Now these come in like the 4-pack, so you do have to cut it off of the other 3 stencils. Now I didn't have a floral stencil, so I chose to use this one. So you can really use any kind that you want. Then I'm gonna take some painter's tape and I am going to attach this to the side, making sure I line it up. And of course there's gonna be excess on the bottom, but that's fine, don't worry about that. These bend very nicely, so I seriously love the way that this turned out. Okay, so now taking caulking from Dollar Tree, I cut a really good amount down on that tube so that a lot more would flow out of it. Then taking the silicone makeup spatula, I am just smoothing this over that stencil. Now, the goal here is just to make sure you get that caulking into all of these stencils here, okay? Because we're building it up. You want to create like a 3D effect with this. So make sure you put a good amount. You don't want it like super, super flat. So just keep getting that caulking and just smooth it out. Don't worry if some falls out the bottom, you're fine. And then while it is still wet, after you're done filling all of these up, make sure you kind of check your different places. There should be no holes. Everything should be covered here. And oh my gosh, you guys, this could be done with any stencil. So it could be anything, flowers, circles. I mean, options are endless. Okay, so while it's still wet, I take it off and then I do rinse off that stencil before I go on to the other side. So now that it's dry, I am going to put this on. Now, at first I try to like butt the stencil up to the side of what we already did, but it wasn't sticking. So I decided we're gonna put it in the middle on the opposite side. So there's gonna be a gap you'll see on the final product here. I waited overnight to do the opposite side just to make sure that caulking got hard. And then we are gonna repeat the same step. So you're gonna smooth it out, make sure you get all the nooks and crannies of your stencil, take this off while it is wet and let it thoroughly dry. Now I'm taking linen white chalk paint. You could also spray paint this as well. I just really wanted like the chalky finish for this. And I'm gonna do 3 coats and make sure you get in all of the little grooves of your caulking here so that you cover everything. And again, yeah, I had to do 3 coats to cover that like speckle effect going on here. And you can do this with any color. Now taking Hazelnut by Waverly, I am gonna paint the tops of the gold here. And I do 2 coats. And in the picture, it has knobs on it. I did try knobs, but I really liked it without. And I think it's because my version is on a smaller scale here. All right, now taking that hazelnut, we are gonna dry brush over these. And oh my goodness, are you seeing that design just pop out at you? It is gorgeous. And you guys, all of these DIYs are definitely different than what I usually do. I don't even know what you would call these. Modern, everyday, I don't know. But I love the way they came out and I love that I pushed myself. I knew I was working with Kimo, so I was really like, I'm gonna step out of my box here. So I hope you guys enjoy these dupes. So you're just gonna repeat the same step for this, and this is how they turned out. I love them. You guys know I love texture, dimension, and I mean the possibilities with the different stencils you can use on these are endless. Please let me know what you think about these and if you're gonna try and recreate them yourself. All right, you guys, How did you like that first DIY? I know you guys love the dupes, and I absolutely love dupes. And I love dupes because I mean, you guys know, I'm a crafter, you're a crafter. You know, when you walk into like a store or you see a catalog, the first thing my mind goes to is, I'm not gonna spend $30. I can make that myself for $5. Like, that is for sure my mentality every time I see something that is a higher price. Because let's face it, I am, we won't say cheap, we'll say frugal. And I definitely always think that, you know, why pay that much when you can make it for yourself. You guys, don't. Okay, we're gonna keep on going with this. Anyways, you guys, I hope you guys are enjoying the dupes. I got 3 more headed your way. If you're digging the channel, if you're digging the DIYs, if you're digging me, then please make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to check the links down below. I have an Instagram, a Facebook page, I have Pinterest, I have TikTok. So click those links and follow me. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna be telling you more about Kimo right after this next DIY. So keep on watching and let's get back into it. All right, so this is gonna be another Kirkland's dupe, and this one is $44.99, and we even made it around the same size, y'all. And I knew when I saw this, it was gorgeous, and I knew I had to try and make it. So let me show you my version. So I am taking foam board from Dollar Tree. Sorry about the lighting. And this is actually a placemat. So I got these placemats. They were like $8 for, I think, $1 at a garage sale this past summer. And I've had them lying around and I was like, oh my gosh, this would be perfect. So I am lining up my yardstick here. Make sure you use a very sharp blade when cutting your foam board. If you do not, you're gonna have a bunch of jagged edges. It's not gonna be a clean line. So make sure you get something very sharp to cut your foam board with. So I cut it down, then I'm gonna cut it down this way, and I left the placemat on there just so I can gauge where I wanted to cut and how big I wanted it. So now that we're done with that, I am going to paint this linen white chalk paint. And yes, I know it's white, y'all, but the chalk paint, it added more to it. Instead of it just looking like foam board, it made it look painted. So I'm gonna finish painting this up, and then we're gonna move on to the next step, which is going to be grabbing or painting that white. And I just spray painted it white. And then I'm gonna take that hazelnut, brush it over, give it that, you know, that look that we're going for from the Kirkland's dupe. Now, I am gonna hot glue this on. You can already see, you guys, when you apply heat, paint, anything, the foam board kind of like buckles up, but we're gonna fix that with our frame. So I'm gonna finish hot gluing this down. Then in the picture, I'm taking the hazelnut and distressing around it, because in the Kirkland's picture, it's stark white behind the medallion and then distressed around it. So that's what I went with here. Now taking the big paint stir sticks, we are going to measure these out, and I'm going to cut them with my table saw. Now, you guys, make sure you measure every side, because although it might look the same, they are not the same, okay? And so then I'm going to go back. I'm going to measure my opposite side, and let me tell you, they weren't the same size, so don't get all cutting happy and cut all 4 at the same time. Now that you have both of them, I'm gonna go ahead and take that hazelnut by Waverly, get a baby wipe, and I'm gonna use that as my stain to keep our colors cohesive with this. Sorry, the camera angle, I end up fixing it later. So we're gonna rub this on the front, the back, the sides, because everything is basically gonna be showing. So I'm going to get Jenga blocks. We are going to stick 3 on each side of our foam board. This is going to give our paint sticks something to adhere to. If we just did the foam board, it wouldn't be that secure. So that is why I'm using the Jenga blocks. So right here, I'm going to attach first. Make sure the numbers of the ruler or paint stick, whatever, are inside of your picture. I'm gonna apply that to each side. Now make sure you're pressing down, because remember, the foam board bows up. So you wanna press it down as you're attaching your paint stick. Now, with the opposite side, these paint sticks are gonna be longer because you've added something to the top and the bottom of your sign. So make sure you measure. That's why I said do not start cutting all of them at one time. So I measured that out. We cut those out. I stained them the exact same color. And again, we're just applying the sides, and that is it. I think this cost me less than $5 to make. I mean, the paint sticks were probably the most expensive thing at like $3. And then I just hot glue a sawtooth hanger to it from another Dollar Tree project. I signed because I'm like super professional and all. And this is how it turned out. I'll toot my own horn too, because I genuinely think this looks really high end, and you can get these placemats anywhere, garage sales, thrift stores. You could even get them at like Ross and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoy that. All right, y'all, Kimo Craft is who I'm working with today, and I'm so honored to be working with him. He is an amazing artist. Like, I don't even want to call him a crafter. Like, he is an artist. He does things that are very outside the box, that are high end, that really get your brain thinking. Like I said, he inspired me to step out of my comfort zone with these dupes and try things I normally wouldn't try. So please take the time to go check out his link down in my description box. I'm also going to leave his video for today's collab down in the description box as well. Okay, this one is actually a Walmart dupe, you guys. And let me tell you, if you have not looked on their website or seen their catalog, they are on fire right now with their home decor. So I'm going to show you how we're going to dupe this on a smaller level. So we are going to take these cloches. They are bringing them back out, and I believe these are bigger than the ones that they brought out for Christmas. I think that's what I heard on a Dollar Tree haul. So we're actually going to do 2 of them. And for our first one, I'm going to take these 15mm sliced wood beads. Y'all, I'm going to be using these all the time. So go down in my description box, hit that Amazon store link, and order you some, because these are amazing. And I think this is like $300 for $10 or something. So I finished that up. Then taking our beaded stickers from Dollar Tree, I'm going to wrap that around the base of this second one just to give it a different look, and I wanted to try a couple different things. And we're going to finish this off, and then I'm going to cut that excess off right here. All right, so after that's done, I am going to go in. This is actually Truffle by Waverly. It's my first time buying brown chalk paint, and I actually really love it for whatever reason. So I'm just taking the stencil brush from Dollar Tree, brushing those around, making sure I get everything covered. And you all know me, I love a finished product. And even though I know nobody is going to see the tops, like the inside part of these, I just have to paint them brown because I'll know that they're black and it'll drive me crazy. So I have to finish it off by painting it on the inside. So I go ahead, we're gonna do that. And then I'm going to paint the other one the same exact color. I really like the matte brown of this chalk paint. I really think it takes it to another level. That's just my personal opinion. After I'm done painting all of these, and do make sure you get in all the nooks and crannies of those beads. Then I'm just taking hazelnut, doing like a dry distress on here. I think it gives it more of like a wood feel with this color. And now we are going to put all of these together, which is the fun part, right? Okay, so after I make you guys watch me paint. Now, okay, so I take this ribbon and I was like, oh my gosh, these circles fit perfectly in there. So I decided to do it this way. Okay, we are going to take the ribbon bases. This is actually moss, like decorative moss filler or something. And I wish I would have bought more because it has this like nude reindeer moss in it, and I'm obsessed with it. And the green one is like the papery moss, you know, not my favorite. But I liked using the ribbon base because then I could easily just take it out and change it up when I want to, instead of gluing directly into like the base itself. So right here, I'm attaching the moss. Then I take this succulent, I put that in there. I close it up in the cloche. I think I'm saying it right, but you will see I change that later. So for this one, hot gluing some more. I'm putting the moss on there. I really wish they would sell this like nude natural color reindeer moss because I'm obsessed with it. All right, now with the little pieces that came in this decorative bag, I at first start stacking them on here, and then I'm like, okay, this is way too flat. Like there's no dimension whatsoever. There's no height. So I take another DIY, and remember I have these dried flowers from Dollar Tree, which they're coming back out with, you guys. I just found them this weekend. And there go my scissors. Okay, so use wire cutters. And then I just stick that in there, put my dome back on. Oh my gosh, you guys, the final results of these are stunning. And then I end up changing up the succulent one, cut that down to size, and oh, I can't wait for you guys to see these. They are so beautiful. Look at these. Look at the beaded details on the bottom, and then those dried flowers with the like nude moss and green moss. I personally think these are stunning. And remember, the CLOCHEs are coming back out, so keep your eye out for them. All right, you guys, I just wanted to show you guys that I am going to be in the Creative Champion Contest for the month of May. So get those voting fingers ready because I am coming at ya. Okay, so this is our last dupe. This is actually from Pottery Barn. Yeah, I looked at a Pottery Barn website, you guys. Oh my gosh. So $59 for this. And I was like, I'm going to show us how we can make it cheaper. So these are at Dollar Tree right now. And do you see the gorgeous Gorga lines on this vase? Like, we needed to do something to bring those out. So when I saw that Pottery Barn inspiration, I knew right away. So I'm taking my chalk paint. I am going to take baking soda. Now, last time, if you guys remember my video, I didn't use that much baking soda. I was being a chicken. This time I added a lot of baking soda and was so happy with the result. So with the baking soda, you just add as much or as little as you want. The more you add, the more texture you're gonna get. I am just using a chip brush here, and I am making sure I get a good amount on that brush so that it's not streaky. I want it to be stark white. Now, a trick with this is if you wanted to have more texture, wait until it is almost dry, and then get some more on your brush, which I think I'm going to show you right here. And then I kind of rub it on there, and then it gives you like more of a, almost like a chipped paint effect to it. And now I am taking that hazelnut color again, and I'm going over this, I'm just stressing it. Well, after I'm done doing this, I'm like, oh, this does not bring out those beautiful lines and curves in this vase, kind of like our dupe picture. So I get my stencil brush and I go in between all of those lines, and oh my gosh, this turns out so beautiful. I am really proud of myself for stepping out of the box. I hope these DIYs inspire you to do something a little different, because although they're different from, like, let's say, quote unquote farmhouse, like I can still use these things in my home decor. I could set up my bathroom with them. So I just really loved how these dupes turned out. I hope y'all enjoyed them as well. Please make sure to take the time to go down and check out Kimo. You will not be disappointed by any means. And y'all know I will be back on Thursday with a Dollar Tree haul, and then on Saturday for some more DIYs. Yeah, are you gonna let me work out? Huh? You keep distracting me. Yeah, you keep jumping up. You got yourself in paint, didn't you? Didn't you? No, Hank. Hank. Can you say hi to everybody? You're so handsome, but you're so bad. See, this is what I'm talking about. Oh gosh. Okay, you get up. What I had to go through every day. To stop. Ow! Gosh. He's based. Huh? No, you're not. You're the most gentlest thing. Yeah, right. Oh! But you're completely. No! Okay, we're done. I gotta get you off. Shine on lip gloss by Flower Beauty. Oh, of course, the Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree doesn't always do you dirty, you know. Sometimes there's some good finds. You fine. You're fine. Okay. Laughter on this channel. If that is something you're into, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. With that said, let's go ahead and nope.